Now we will discuss the security software. Today, a virus is just one of many categories of malicious software or malware that can harm on computer systems, networks, and even handheld devices. So, this section explains how you can use security software to combat malicious software that threatens your computer. What is a security software? It is designed to protect computers from various forms of destructive software and unauthorized intrusions. It can be classified into various types like antivirus, anti-spyware, anti-spam, and firewalls. And each type focuses on a specific security threat. Windows computers have the highest risk of unwanted intrusions or contracting a virus, but any device that receives email, accesses the web, and runs apps is potentially vulnerable. Now, Apple computers and handheld devices are not targeted as often as Windows and Android devices, but the incidence of attacks is growing across all platforms. The term malicious software and malware refer to any program or computer program designed to surreptitiously enter a computer, gain computer access and unauthorized access to data, or disrupt normal processing operations. It includes viruses, worms, trojans, bots, and spyware. Malware is created and unleashed by individuals referred to as hackers, crackers, black hats, or cyber criminals. Some malware is released as a prank. Other malware is created to distribute political messages or to disrupt operations at specific companies. In an increasing number of cases, malware is unleashed for monetary gain. Malware designed for identity theft or extortion has become a very real threat to individuals and corporations. Computer virus is a set of program instructions that attaches itself to a file, reproduces itself, and spreads to other files. A common misconception is that viruses spread themselves from one computer to another. They don't. Viruses can replace themselves only on the host computer. The key characteristics of virus is their ability to lurk on a computer for days or months, quietly replicating themselves. While this replication takes place, you might not even know that your computer has contracted a virus. Therefore, it is easy to inadvertently spread infected files to other people's computers. The worm, or a computer worm, is a self replicating program designed to carry out some unauthorized activity on a victim's computer. Worms can spread themselves from one computer to another without any assistance from victims. A mass mailing worm spreads by sending itself to every address in the address book of an infected computer. Your friends receive these messages and, thinking that they are from a trusted source, open the infected attachment, spreading the worm to other computers and onto their friends. Trojan Horse, sometimes called a Trojan, is a computer program that seems to perform one function while actually doing something else. Unlike a worm, a A Trojan is not designed to spread itself to another computers. Also, differing from viruses and worms, most Trojans are not designed to replicate themselves, and they are standalone programs that masquerade as useful utilities or applications, which victims download and install unaware of their destructive nature. The bot is any software that can automate a task or autonomously execute a task when commanded to do so, and they are called intelligent agent because an intelligent agent behaves somewhat like a robot. It is often called a bot. Good bots perform a variety of helpful tasks such as scanning the web to assemble the data for search engines like Google. Some bots offer online help, while others monitor online discussions for prohibited behavior and language. Bad bots, on the other hand, are controlled by hackers and designed for unauthorized or destructive tasks. They can spread by worms or trojans. Most bad bots are able to initiate communications with a central server on the internet to receive instructions. A computer under the control of bad bot is sometimes referred to as a zombie because it carries out instructions from a malicious leader. The spyware is a type of program that secretly gathers personal information without the victim's knowledge, usually for advertising and other commercial purposes. Once it is installed, spyware starts monitoring web surfing and purchasing behavior and sends a summary back to one or more third parties. Just like Trojans, spyware can monitor keystrokes and relay passwords and credit card information to cyber criminals. Now, what does malware do? Once viruses, worms, bots, trojans, and spyware enter your computer, they can carry out a variety of unauthorized activities such as those listed in this table, like display irritating messages and pop-up ads, delete or modify your data, encrypt your data and demand ransom for encryption key, upload or download unwanted files, log your keystrokes to steal your passwords and credit card numbers, propagate malwares, disable your antivirus and firewall software, block access to specific websites, and redirect your browser to infected websites, cause traffic jams. Now, how do I know if my computer is infected? You can watch out from the symptoms of an infected computer listed in this figure. The orientation section at the beginning of this book listed some techniques for safe computing. Just how will you avoid the security threats? You can just install and activate security software or any digital device that is at risk. Keep software patches and operating system service packs up to date. Do not open suspicious email attachments. Obtain software only from reliable source. Do not click pop-up ads. Avoid unsavory websites. And disable the option hide extensions for known file types in Windows so you can avoid opening files with more than one extension, such as a file called game.exe.zip. Some virus threats are very real, but you're also likely to get email messages, also called virus, that don't really exist. You have the virus hoax, which usually arrives as an email message containing warnings about supposedly new virus on the loose. When you receive an email message about a virus or any other type of malware, don't panic, it could be a hoax. If you suspect that your computer might be infected by a virus or other malware, you should immediately use security softwares to scan your computer and eradicate any suspicious program code. Now we have the security suite, which integrates several security modules to protect against the most common types of malware, unauthorized access, and spam. Security suites might include additional features such as Wi-Fi detection that warns of possible intrusions into your wireless network, and parental controls for monitoring and controlling children's internet usage. Now, what are the advantages and disadvantages of Security Suite? A Security Suite costs less than purchasing standalone security modules. In addition, a single interface of accessing all of the Security Suite's features is much less complex than having to learn how to configure and run several different products. When installing a security suite, you might be required to uninstall or disable all other antivirus, anti-spyware, and firewall software on your computer. And most security suites cannot run concurrently with standalone security products, and overlapping security coverage from two similar products can cause glitches. Therefore, one disadvantage of security suites is that you become dependent on your security packages vendor, which becomes the sole protector of your computer from malicious code. Now we have some examples of security suites, which is the most popular security suites. Include the Norton 360, McAfee Internet Security Suite, Avast, and Trend Micro Titanium Maximum Security. They can be purchased in most office, electronics, and computer stores or downloaded from the web. Antivirus software is a type of utility software that looks for and eradicates viruses, Trojan horses, worms, and bots. Some antivirus software also scans for spywares, although several security software publishers offer spyware detection as a separate module. Antivirus software is included in security suites or available as a standalone module. They are available for all types of computers and data storage devices, including handheld, personal computers, USB flash drives, servers, PCs, and Macs. Modern antivirus software attempts to identify malware by searching your computer's files and memory for virus signatures. Virus signatures are sections of program code, such as a unique series of instructions that can be used to identify a known malicious program, such as the fingerprint to this used to identify an individual. Antivirus software scans for virus signatures in programs, data files, incoming and outgoing email and attachments, and inbound instant message attachments. Antivirus software can also watch for unusual activity, such as a large number of email messages being sent out from your computer by a mass mailing worm or bot. Now, installation and activation procedures vary for each virus protection product. However, once you have installed your antivirus software, the best and safest practice is to keep it running full time in the background so that it checks every email message as it arrives and scans all files the moment you access them. The scanning process requires only a short amount of time, which creates a slight delay in downloading email and opening files. Two aspects of your antivirus software periodically need to be updated. First, the antivirus program itself might need a patch or an update to fix bugs or improve features. Second, is the list of virus signatures must be updated to keep up the latest malware developments. How should I configure my antivirus software? For the most extensive protection from malware, you should look for and enable the following features of your antivirus software, like scanning when the computer boots, scan all programs when they are launched, and document files when they are opened. Scan incoming mail and attachments, scan the instant messaging attachments, scan the outgoing email for worm activity, scan zip documents or compressed files, scan for spyware, for potentially unwanted programs, and scan all files on the computer's hard disk at least once a week. Now, most experts recommend that you configure your antivirus software to periodically scan all the files on your computer. With the proliferation of malware attacks, it's best to schedule a weekly system scan because a full system scan can significantly slow down your computer. Schedule the scan for a time when you are not usually using your computer, but it is turned on. If during the scanning process, your virus protection software identifies a virus, worm, Trojan horse, or bot in a file or an attachment, it can try to remove the infection, put the file onto quarantine, or simply delete the file. In the context of antivirus software, a quarantine file contains code that is suspected of being part of a virus. For your protection, most antivirus software encrypts the file's contents and isolates it in a quarantine folder so it cannot be inadvertently opened or accessed by a hacker. If the infected file ends up on a quarantine list, your antivirus software might give you the option of trying to disinfect the file or deleting it. Now, today's antivirus software is quite dependable but not infallible. So, a fast spreading worm can reach your computer before a virus definition update arrives. Some spyware can slip through the net, and blocking software can hide some viral exploits. Some, despite occasional misses, antivirus software and other security software modules are constantly weeding out uh, malware that would otherwise infect your computer. It is essential to use security software, but also important to take additional precautions such as making regular backups of your data.